everything going. How's your day so far, Talia? Besides the rain and everything, electricity wise, is your day
It
going well for the most
was
part?
slow but hectic at the same time. I already told you I've been running a physical office for like 7 years,
That's right.
and we are shifting one office to another place, so it's a lot of headache.
Hmm.
And but the rain was in favor. Because of the rain, there were not many clients today, so I could focus and concentrate
Nice.
on the teamwork. I
Nice.
recruited a video editor today. He seemed full of potential. Let's see how far he goes with
Oh,
his potential.
oh, you did? Wow. Very cool.
Yeah,
Awesome. I love it. Okay. So
yeah,
let me, Talia, before we begin, let me just take a video of this. Hold on 1 second.
sure.
Okay. Tahia, I have the live stream going. If you want to give just brief context to the chat. What's up, chat? Thanks for joining. We're going to help Tahia today with, or at least I'm going to try to. I think I have some ideas here. We're going to give Tahia some experiments to try on her page. Tahia, do you want to give some brief context as to who you are, what you do, and what your page is all about? And I'll pull it up so that you can see as
Sure.
well.
Sure. Thank you so much, Sean, for having me.
Yeah, of course.
And looking forward to this for quite like nearly a month. I think I've been following you right from the start. So I'll just take 20 to 25 seconds. I've been an English teacher nearly 13 years. I started with high school English, then I shifted towards IELTS PTE, the English language test you need to sit for if you're not from a
Yes.
native English speaking country. Also, I've finished my graduation under British law, LLB, and I have been doing student counseling, helping students to go for first world countries for higher study abroad. That's another career I have been pursuing for 7 years. But right now, from my country, the immigration market has been quite slow because of the political situation. My country is sort of like red listed. Even if you proceed with the whole application, you might not get the visa. But that's why I wanted to switch a bit towards career and mindset, and also the fact that this 7 to 10 years of being doing things physically on the field, I feel like I'm burned out. So
Sure.
maybe switching to online would be quite helpful.
Sure.
That's why I'm here trying to grow my content for last 1 month. Actually, I
Oh,
uh,
nice.
my my Instagram page was more of a like the how girls do it, pictures, occasional,
Yes.
and all those.
Yes.
But for last 1 month, I've been posting consistently towards career mindset. But I wanna do start with English teaching as well. I just don't know how to do it.
I love it.
So yeah,
I love it. Very good. So, who are your remind me again, sorry, the people that you're speaking or at least you're helping without, away from the internet. These are did you say your English students or they're
yeah. These
okay.
are mostly students from age 18 to like 45 even. I have like
Okay.
senior students going as well. I help them out with their English language certification. There are like 4 or 5 English language that you need to sit for
Yeah.
if you are from a third world or second world countries. Apart from that, I also guide them with their university admission process and visa processing.
Very cool.
So have helped out more than 2,500 students over the course of more than that. Maybe I just made a ballpark figure
Sure.
for the last 13 years. Yeah,
Okay, so first things right off the bat, um, and Taya, give me 1 second. I'm going to send you this Google Doc here, just with some notes as we continue. Right off the bat, when you said you've helped roughly 2,500 students, we might want to your first experiment before we get into this is have that somewhere in the bio because that is incredible that you've been able to help that many people. Um,
it,
do you have
it
that?
is in
Oh, you do.
bio,
Okay.
but like put it in the top. I think somebody told me I need to like put the numbers at the beginning.
Yeah, you might want to add something. So what I didn't realize here is, you see here if I refresh, it goes more. And
Mm-hmm.
so I love that you mentioned that you have 2,500 students. And chat, if anyone's watching this, by the way, like I'm not giving Tahia the rule, the golden rule of creating a bio, but what the reason why I'm giving Tahia this experiment is because what she just mentioned here, like this, is super awesome. I would love to see it maybe up here above career growth because that's really
Okay.
cool. The moment I see that, the way that I look at a bio, and again, chat, like I'm by no means an expert, but I don't, it's hard for me to subscribe to this idea that a bio needs to be like, it has to follow a certain formula. To me, I think a bio is just like, what is your page about? What are some cool things you've done that could, in your case, like if you're trying to help people as a teacher, well, how can I
Mm-hmm.
trust you? Well, you having 13 years of experience and 2,500 students, that's a pretty cool claim. I would just experiment by moving this up 2 lines as our very first thing
So
first.
that
Okay.
they say that the first go. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Just because that's such a cool statement. Now, that's not like, again, chat, I'm not giving her this experiment to say that it's going to like blow up her account or something. It's just, it's an awesome feat that you've accomplished, and you should be proud of what you've done. Let's have it in the bio up close so people can see it. So cool. Okay. So let me, oh wait, actually I'll keep sharing my, actually no, I'll do this, Tahia, just so this makes a little bit more sense. Hold on one second. I'm going to share my entire screen. Hopefully this isn't distracting for you, that like this side is just going to be my desktop.
Good.
Cool. Okay. So, all right, walk me through it again. So you're working with students to help them with their English fluency, basically their proficiency. Um, when you say helping ambitious people unlock their potential, what are you referring to here in the bio?
I actually wanted to focus towards more like career building, and
Okay.
also like by career I mean pursuing a higher education abroad. I helped out some people to start a business because I have done that by myself. I started my
Very
business
good.
without any or without any help, and I grew my business as in one person for nearly 2 years. After that, I took a team, because I couldn't handle the client pressure. So I have done things, advice, consulted people for free, and I kind of want to like, maybe it's about time I start charging. So I've helped people with their, sorting out their future goal. Some student comes, okay, I don't know whether I should pursue engineering or dentistry, or I should
Got
just
it.
pursue my passion. So starting from that, also somebody has a great idea and they don't know how to start a business. I've helped them that in regards to that as well.
Beautiful.
So yes, sort of things. Also, the fact that I was off social media for nearly 3 years. I posted once or twice in an entire year. So I kind of wanted to like, my faith kind of brought me to the fact that, okay, I'm not burning out my kid. There are times you feel like since you're not out there, people have forgotten you.
Sure.
You don't have
I
potential
yes. Yes.
anymore. So my faith did help me a lot in regards to, finding myself back. And I kind of want to like incorporate my faith in the teaching, in the
Love it.
counseling, in the, so yeah, that's the thing.
Amazing. And I'm not asking these questions, by the way, about your bio. I don't like, it's not something that I want to particularly focus in on. I'm definitely not like a bio expert or anything. I'm just asking to get clarity on the direction of your page, your niche, in particular, as well as what you want to do with your page. So you already mentioned a couple goals. You want to help people with basically career growth or
Okay.
yeah, professional development. And it sounds like you have, did you mention that you already are charging, or you have in the past, you've charged like a consultation fee to do so if someone comes up to you and says,
Oh, I haven't. I have
okay,
done that for free. And every time I shared it with a mentor or advisor, they said, why aren't you charging it
sure,
for it? Oh,
sure.
yeah, that's the thing.
Love it. Love it. Okay, cool. Got it. So, and again, I'm not here to give you, advice per se, but just trying to understand the goals. So with the goal, if I'm understanding this correctly, would the goal of this Instagram page be to attract more people who are interested in career development, and they would rely on basically your page to help give advice to, and they can come to you for more help one-on-one, right? Is that kind of the basic idea?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a pretty good picture of the goals of the page. What are some of the roadblocks that you're having right now, Tahia? Because you mentioned one yesterday that I think is going to be a really good place to start. Because I know a lot of people here, maybe even in the chat, they might have experienced this as well. So Tahia, do you want to just list some of the challenges you're having right now with your content?
Um, I think it's the I'm over analyzing everything. I feel like maybe I should start with English. Maybe I should start with career building. Maybe I should start with confidence and mindset setup, because I have faced. So it's like I have three things popping at the same time. Also the fact that I had a good career for the past 10, 13 years because I built myself with the help of English. Obviously, if you're not good in English, you won't be able to communicate. You won't be able to like portray what you are good at, right? Because being able to, I'm here talking with you because I know how to talk in English, right? So I feel like I should start with that. But the whole process of not being active in social media for the last 3 years makes me rigid to the fact that now that I want to have a comeback, my comeback should be like great, but you can't start with great. I also know that. I
Yes.
need to start with something. You will eventually grow, be better at things. But if you don't start, you're just stuck there. So I think I'm at that phase. I want
I
to do things. Um, I want to do it like really great. That's why I'm stuck.
I totally understand that. I remember at the beginning of actually, if Tiago's ever watching this, I don't know if he's in the chat, but Tiago's my right hand man. Him and I like just talk all day about content stuff. And at the beginning of this year, I told Tiago, I was like, I'm not gonna post until I have 6 months worth of content already planned out, and like I wanted it to be this big bang, like just like how you're describing, where I wanted to come back and like I
The
wanted to have
back.
I wanted every single video. Oh, he joined right when I said that. So Tiago, I'm actually talking about at the beginning of this year. Oh, chat, did I freeze? Am I still okay? I'm good. All right. At the beginning of this year, yeah, I wanted to start posting, and I was like, I want it to be perfect. Like, I want every video to be different and super unique from everyone else, and blah blah blah. So I understand that feeling. There was something that you mentioned, Tahia, yesterday that I want to start with first, and then we'll get to that point about you know overcoming this idea of starting off great. You mentioned yesterday that like you are posting a lot of content. Some of your content's getting views, but you're not really getting any followers at all from it.
There's barely any conversion.
Okay.
My reach is last 3 weeks I posted constantly. My reach is in 160K now, but I only got like 157 new followers.
Okay. Chat. As I'm going to show the challenges that Tahia. Are there any other challenges that we want to highlight here? Like anything else that you want to ask me questions on? Right now, I have 3. And so let me just show this to the chat here. Chat. Here are the 3 challenges that Tahia has described to me, and Tahia, I'll read this to you. First one you mentioned, Tahia, is that you're overanalyzing everything. Should I make content about English? Should I make content about career building? Should I make content about mindset? I'll zoom in, chat, in case you guys can't see it. These are the challenges that Tahia has listed. The second challenge you said was, because I haven't posted in a while, I want to come back great, and that might be like stopping you from posting. And the third challenge you mentioned is that you're getting a ton of reach but no followers. Are there any other challenges, Tahia, that are worth writing down here?
Mm-mm. That's it. That's it.
Okay. All right. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to start top down and give you some experiments for each challenge here. What's up, Ted? Thanks for joining. We're currently talking with Tahia. Here's Tahia's page in case you're interested in professional development. Definitely give her a follow. So Tahia, I'm going to start top down. I'm going to start. I'm sorry, bottom up actually. So I'm going to start with the challenge of I'm getting a ton of reach but no followers, and then we'll work our way to the first challenge you listed. Okay. So let's take a look at your page. And what's up, Ted? Thanks for joining. Let's take a look at your page and let's see if we can figure it out, chat, together. I have a couple of assumptions, but if anyone's new here, I am by no means an expert. I have experience under my belt that I can pull from, but chat, feel free to chime in with suggestions as well from what we see. So here's Tahia's page. At a quick glance, Tahia, I think if you might have remembered me saying yesterday, I asked like, are you posting a lot of B-roll content? And I told you I'd get into this.
Yeah, that's the first video, and those are like really old ones. Those, yeah.
These ones here? Oh, okay. I see
On
what
the
you're saying.
video, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with this here. And this might be helpful for everyone in the chat too. When I was first posting, thanks Ted for giving me a follow. When I was first posting in January of this year, my my first goal, and I have this actually written down, my roadmap that I followed with my content. I don't know if this might be helpful for any of you guys in the chat. Maybe Tahia, this might be useful for you as well. I'll share my Google Doc here. When I was posting January 1 of this year, my first goal was to, and I have this idea called the 7 levels of content. My first goal was to just make content consistently. So I considered myself to just be a player at the game, where like I just want to play the game of content, right? So like I'm not, when I first was posting, when I was first getting into it, I kind of threw strategy out the window and was like, let me just figure out how can I post every single day. And the creators that really
I did it just 1 month. I wanted to like, just do it. Whatever it is, just do it.
Exactly right. And that's true to my experience too. My experience was just like, let me not worry about the engagement, let me not worry about the views or anything like that. Let me just post every single day. And so I gave myself an experiment, and Tahia, this might apply to you as well, depending on how often you've been posting. The first thing I did was, I had to delete that just so it's all flush. I gave myself this first experiment. I said, can I post every day for the next 30 days without missing a single day? That was the very first experiment that I gave myself. Tahia, have you done that for yourself yet? Have you been able to post every day for 30 days?
Yes, that's why you see B-rolls, because B-rolls are very easy to edit.
Exactly.
I'm not good at it.
Exactly.
I hate editing.
No.
Okay.
Totally fine. What's up, Nicolino? Thank you for hopping in here, man. How's it going? This is exactly where I'm getting to, Tahia. So my first experiment was post every single day for the next 30 days without missing a day. The way that I was able to do that was exactly how you were doing it now, where I was posting a lot of B-roll content. And what I found is that B-roll content for me has been it's probably the easiest thing to produce. You just take basically a video from your camera roll, throw some text on it, and throw it out there. The problem that I experienced is that it didn't help me as much growing my page, because what I've realized is the videos where I'm talking, for example, like imagine when people like Levi just joined this chat. If Levi has never seen me before and he listens to me talk for, let's say, 5 minutes or so, he will be more inclined to follow me because he's listening to my ideas, my thoughts. I even just called him out by name. Versus if he just saw a B-roll reel of me, which some of my B-roll reels, similar to like this one, didn't even have my face in it at all. It was just like I had a lot of videos where it was just of an environment. Like I would take videos of mountains or whatever, and then I'd write text. The problem that I found is that this didn't give my audience at the time a reason to follow me and my content, because this could just be like one of 1,000 videos that they see as they're scrolling. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I did the experiment as well. The one that has my face on it, mostly 5K. And one has like 16.5K as well.
Yeah. So same thing here. Like I've definitely noticed the exact same thing. My B-roll reels, when it has my face or me in it, definitely did better.
Yeah.
What's up, Levi? What's up, Luis? What's up, 30s? We're talking with TT right now. She has some questions about her page. I'm by no means an expert, but I can share what I've learned. And if that's helpful for you guys, then keep watching. Okay, so back to you, Tahia. When I'm going through this experience of mine, I am not by any means, don't take any of this as like criticism towards your page or like me telling you you're doing things wrong. I think everything works in content, like all the rules apply. But I think that there's ways that I've learned to get closer to the goals like you've listed, right? So again, going back, your goal was I'm getting a ton of reach but no followers. I've noticed that my videos that have got all the videos basically that have the least amount of followers on my page are B-roll reels, because there isn't as much depth of connection as a video of me talking. And so every time I have a video of me talking and I can actually explain my thought process, my insights, my beliefs, give value, people can listen to or they can see my body language, they can listen to my tonality. I have found in my personal experience, in chat, if you have any experience that you'd like to share as well, feel free. See, like Yasha just started following me. What's up, man? Thank you so much. Yasha might have been inclined to follow me just now because I'm speaking with you. He hears my thought process. Maybe he resonates with something that I said throughout this whole long tangent. that it's harder to connect with someone when you're just looking at text, especially when it's text with, you know, this type of background. And so my very first experiment, well, I guess, sorry, my second experiment for you, since you said you've already been posting for every day for 30 days straight. The second
on my consistency, like if I'm, even if it's for 5 seconds, I take that 20 minutes of my day, and I know that randomly something post, just keep the momentum.
Beautiful.
So I think I've been successful in that in the 30 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at this point, if you are looking, after you've been posting every single day for 30 days and you're looking to how can I get more followers, a simple exercise that I did that has always helped me, it's helping me now. I mean, even live, like you guys are seeing it happen live, some people are following me from the live, is to take your best videos, like this one right here that's a B-roll reel that was posted in July, or this one with 6,000 views, or this one with 5,000 views. Take these that are doing better than average and just talk, and like literally take this, the energy shift that makes you everyone's favorite person in the room. This caption where you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever, you could just use this, like this, all this text. Exactly. You could just use it as a script. And so the perfect example here, chat, hopefully this is valuable. Let me know in the chat if you guys have any experience doing so. Here's a perfect example. I always bring up this video here because I did this during one of the lives, and I thought this would be valuable. I have this video of Erling Haaland here. And this video, and by the way, this is a green screen, so you could do a green screen as well if you want. I did this video of Erling Haaland. This was during the World Cup. Loved the World Cup. And this video started off as a thread. So this is actually a tweet or a thread that I posted that did way better than average. I don't know if I'll be able to find it here quickly on my page. I post a lot on this platform, so I don't know if I'll be able to find it. But I basically posted a thread about Erling Haaland. Let me see if I can speed run this. Sorry, you guys are just gonna be like, you're gonna watch me speed run this scrolling for a second.
Hey, you did Kumar method as well.
Say it again.
Kumar method. You analyze Kumar.
I did. Yeah.
The guy just came and died. What happened to him?
We're gonna talk about that in a second. I have a lot of thoughts on that. All right, I can't find it, chat. I'm sorry, but anyways, I had a tweet about Erling Haaland here, and see how like most of my tweets, they don't really get much engagement at all, but there was one tweet that I made that got a ton of comments and likes and whatnot, and I just took literally the text that I put in the thread and I just said it in the video. Like that was my script. And so the same thing applies with your B-roll reels. I really was hoping I'd be able to find it. It's whatever. But the same thing applies with your B-roll reel. You already have your script pretty much laid out in front of you. Right here. Oh, whoops. Right here in the caption and the text on screen. I think this would be a worthy... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that was the third video, and it gives me the confidence boost. Even though I had like 7-8 followers from there, the view was so unexpected. I was like, okay, people want me back. People would see my content.
Yeah, I mean, this video's got great engagement. I would take this and I would take this and just talk through this. Like exactly, you could use this as your hook if you wanted to, and you could use this as the script and just talk through it. And now mind you, you might not get as many views as this video, right? It could even get half as many views or even less than half. Maybe it gets a quarter of the views. Maybe it only gets 2,000 views just by you talking. But you will, most of the times that I've done this experiment, I've found that the amount of followers I get compared to the views is much higher. So I might have a video that gets 2,000 views, but let's say 50 followers compared to a video that gets 100,000 views and 80 followers, right? So there's a different ratio there. As well as the main goal, I think, with everyone here on this live is not to just get views. Like, views are nice, but I think everyone here can agree that most people...
We want followers and monetize our content.
Yeah, we want money. Exactly. We want to make money. Exactly right. Yeah, and there's no shame in that, right? I think everyone here can agree.
Money is the followers that are going to be your buyers.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And so if you want to turn the reach that you're getting into followers and then into buyers, the best way that I've found is to speak more. And you can do that by literally just taking these videos and speak through it. It might get a quarter of the amount of views, but you'll find that you might get more higher quality views, higher quality followers. People might reach out to you. And if you really want leads, you could even offer some sort of like comment this keyword at the end, right? Like you see that a lot. A lot of people will say comment this keyword and they'll give you this this 8-step checklist, right? Maybe you
leave with CTA. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. If you wanted some more leads, right? And so like, if that was your goal, like, hey, if you really want to be the person that's everyone's favorite in the room, I have a, 11-step checklist or whatever you decide, right? Comment, blah, 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 and I'll send it over. Now you've turned this piece of content into a piece of content that could get you followers and could get you leads. And if you want another thing, chat, hopefully this is making sense. Hopefully I'm not rambling too much. Another thing that has been extremely beneficial that I've done is when I take text reels like this, or B-roll reels, or threads, and I turn them into videos of me talking, I've noticed that whenever I have a verbal CTA at the end of my videos, so if I tell people to follow for more content like this, or if I tell people to share this with a friend who wants to be the favorite person in the room, or if I tell people to comment a keyword, more times than not, people will do what I'm asking them to do. Exactly right. Because you got to think, like, if I'm a stranger and I'm scrolling, like, let's say my brain is just completely fried and because I'm scrolling so many reels each day, if you just tell me clearly what to do, it's going to be so much easier for me to just follow those instructions. Exactly right. So I think that would be my 2 experiments for you would be take your best performing B-roll reels, turn them into videos where you're talking, and then at the end you could say something like, follow for more content about blank.
DM me this. Okay. I think my 2 cents on that.
Yeah.
My first was, I think I overcome it in last 2-3 days. My views where I told you it was a huge boost for me, and I said, okay, Fafia, if you can get 150k, 160k views, if you start doing talking head, you might get your follower reach goal successful as well. Because but my problem was that I was looking for, okay, I need an editor, I need I need to have like, then I figured I don't forget about all this, just speed up your video a bit, put the caption and just post it. I will reach the perfection in 6 months, but for now I need to be in front of the camera. I have made the with that.
Yes, 100%. And what you could even do too, and chat, this might be helpful for you guys, and let me attend to the chat real quick, Tahia, before I give you this next experiment to try. Nicolino, yes, absolutely. I will get back to you. No problem. 30-second club or whatever. I will reach out to you via DM. So I'll get back to you there.
So that 30 seconds club, please make sure you're DMing him every 2-3 days after, because he's flooded with casual. He's not gonna mind at all. He's super nice, but he just needs a reminder. Yes. Don't be shy. Reach out to him.
Thank you. Yes, exactly what Tahia said. I might be a little bit slow to respond. I apologize, but I will get back to you. Nate, I spent 4 hours on my videos yesterday, and it was crushed with bad performance. Okay, we'll talk about that soon for sure. Tahia, going back to you.
Yes.
So, about what you're saying about a video editor and also having like the talking videos, be somewhat produced nicely. The easiest thing that I've found, even easier than yapping in my opinion, is to just do green screen content. It's like by far the like prominent format on my page. Pretty much every video that I have lately is just me doing green screens because they're just so easy to do. And I just film 1 sentence at a time. And so you could do that because you don't need an editor to do that. Also, you could literally just take a screenshot of this, right? Mm-hmm. And then you could just be a little floating head right here. You could use this as your text on screen, and you could be a little floating head and just talk, right? And then, and then you might want to, like, a good rule of thumb is every 3 seconds or so, maybe you add like a new clip or a new photo in the background. And so that gives you, 3 seconds for 1 sentence, change the photo, 3 seconds for the next sentence. This is exactly how I do it, by the way. 3 seconds for the next sentence, change the photo, Do that, so on and so forth. Again, you might get a quarter of the views maybe, but you'll find that the people that engage and follow you are gonna be the people that you want, I imagine.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, of course. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. So let me write that down on your Google Doc here. These are experiments that I've done that have helped me the most. So I'm going to say here, take, and sorry, this isn't going to be greatly formatted or anything. Take
the B-rolls turn into talking heads.
Yep. B-roll reels turn into talking heads. Use green screen format. You know how to do the green screen, right, Talia?
Yeah, I'm a fast learner. I can just go.
So I'll make it
later as long as you're practicing. If you're lazy, you're just bad at it. I figured that out. Editing is not rocket science. You just need to like. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So what you could do is you could download the Instagram Edits app. It's on iOS or Android. On the Edits app, there's an option that says, I'm opening it up right now. There's a camera feature, and then when you hit the camera icon, it's like a little circle, there's a green screen option. So it's right there in the app. You should be able to do it. And then use your caption as your script if you want. And then change the photo in the background every 3 seconds, basically. Yeah. That's all I do. Literally, like, of course, I prepare some of like the script a little bit more, but this is pretty much good to go. You have 16,000 views here. I would turn this into like a 30-second talking head. You talk, give some of your thoughts, and then give a very clear, which would be the last thing, give a clear call to action to follow. And what I've found that's worked the best for me when I've experimented with this so far is when I tell people to follow for a specific reason. So for example, like on my page, I do a lot of experiments. And so what I would say is like, follow for more content experiments like this, right? So it's like, okay, I'm giving someone a reason as well as an expectation on what comes next. I would try to experiment with that on your page as well, such as like follow for more personal development tips or whatever the case is that you provide, right? Like follow for more career growth insights, you know, what however you decide to do it. But give a very clear reason to do so. I was talking with someone who's been crushing it last week. His name's Jeremy, and he does these stories on like really successful athletes. And so he says at the end of his videos, one thing that he's been adding is like follow for more stories of incredible people. So it's like, it's very clear what you get as well as a reason to follow, because a lot of people want to hear about stories of incredible people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. I think you should take a question. Yash is asking something. It's quite important.
Talia, I might need your help to manage the chat here. This is great. Yeah.
Yes, please take me as your assistant. Yeah. Yash is 17 and he has taught over 9,000 students.
Holy
Yash,
cow.
that's great.
Can you please help? Yeah, man, of course. I can try. Again, not an expert here, but I can share what's worked with me. Can you send me...
I might end up landing you on the South Asian radar now. Bangladesh.
You might also want to talk to Tahia too, because you and Tahia, I mean, if you guys have educated this many students, maybe there's some collaboration that you guys could do there. But
yeah, totally. Reach out to me, please.
Yeah, reach out to TT.
Dozens students of your age, and I have done my best to help them out. They're now getting married, kids. I get invited to attend their wedding now. They're like, in their mid-20s now.
There you go. But yeah, Yash, I would be happy to give you some experiments to try. Send me a DM and let's rock and roll with that. All right, Tahia, I told you I'd give you a couple experiments for each challenge. So this one makes sense so far, right? And everything's just going to be like terribly formatted. Yeah, go ahead.
Or you will provide me with the template.
What? Say it again.
Do I take notes, or you will provide me with just
no.
shit?
No. I'm gonna just send this to you right now before I forget.
So, saves my time from writing.
Yeah, of course. I don't want you to have to try to remember all this stuff. All right. I just sent it to you. Okay.
Thank you.
Next challenge you mentioned. You said I haven't posted for a while and I want to come back. Great. I mean, this is a pretty, like, I think cut and dry experiment because I was in the same boat until I just decided to, and let me remove this. I just decided to do this experiment down below, which was post every day without worrying about the engagement, and you'll get better. And I already think that you're coming in hot, or you're coming back with a bang, as you say, because your videos are crushing it. I mean, look,
I was like, the views were great. I thought I wouldn't even get 200, 300.
no,
Then
you're
like
crushing it.
40, 5K. And I also got comments, not that many, like around 100, 200, like, welcome to have you back. Your contents are so amazing. You know, I'm liking this route you're taking. Everyone is like, but I also believe I'm not doing story marketing. I'm not focusing on the story. I would be working on that. I have my stories, which is quite, that is 500 to 600. It initially it was like,
you're saying the Instagram stories. You have better you have better reach than I do, because I mean I posted a video yesterday where I did an experiment to see if I could get my most viewed story, and it got 480 views, which to me I was stoked with. So you're crushing it. You are absolutely crushing it.
I think if I start talking, I'm gonna like get more followers. But I overanalyze. I think I talk a bit slow because I've been a teacher, right? And you want students to understand every words you're saying. But in the internet, everyone's like really fast talking because they have to get that attention span. I was like, I can't do it. I'm a more slow paced person.
Yeah, and that could be what makes you unique too. I mean,
that's what I worked on. Look, it's forget about it. Be yourself and do it.
Yeah, 100%. I think all advice works. I know we're all in here. We're trying to grow our pages and, you know, have the content do better. But if it means sacrificing, you know, you as a person, or you know, what if it means that you have to basically manufacture a version of yourself to show up online, then it's not worth it, you know? So in your case, I mean, if you want to talk slower and whatnot, that could be what makes you unique. Totally fine. So, yeah, like wouldn't their videos be top of funnel so they're great for views but they don't bring in followers? Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. No, that's what I've learned as well, Nates. Yeah. I have, and Tahia, maybe this might help you as well. For me, the way that I think about my content is I have a specific objective for each reel. So, for example, like if I have on my page, let's say I have a video that has 100K views here, I have a video that has 2,000 views here, and then let's say this one has, I don't know, 20,000 views here. One video I might have made with the intention of just getting a lot of eyeballs on the page. The other video might have been to provide really, really, you know, in-depth information or value to my followers. And then one video here might be to gain trust with some of the people that have found me, you know? So I found that frame to be very helpful for me in terms of balance, like managing my expectations, because I'm not trying to go viral with every reel. That is not.
That's practical.
I don't think that's for anyone here that's that's a business owner or aspiring business owner like myself. I don't think that's a wise approach from what I've learned. And so to your point, Nate's 100%. Yeah, I mean, she has these videos here are great top of funnel pieces of content. Good things to keep in her rotation to get eyeballs. But the next thing to build more trust would be, let's just get you talking on the camera so people can get to know you a little bit more, Tahia. So yeah, and then you're going back to Nate's idea of top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom of funnel. Your bottom of funnel videos will be the ones where you say, hey, I'm Tahia. I've worked with 2,500 students and I'm offering this one-on-one consultation, blah, blah, blah. It's just like a direct offer or some sort of video where you're telling people like, hey, let's work.
I'm selling here.
Yeah. So and that video, when you do a video like that one's probably going to get the least amount of views typically, but you might get the most amount of sales from that because you're just giving an offer out, so every video has a different objective. So
I have a question regarding trial reels.
Yeah.
I post like around 2 to 3 trials every day. I try. Some days I miss out on like I post only one, but I post every day. How long do you think I should keep the trial reels on the trial section?
Oh, that's a great question. Chat, anyone that's new here again, Taya, I'm sure you're annoyed with me saying this, but
No, no, no.
I'm not an expert, and so my initial answer to that is I do not know. Here's what I will tell you. And I'm actually going to make a video about this tomorrow. I'm doing an experiment for my channel about how trial reels actually work. So maybe I'll have better insights. But how I typically use trial reels, this is not a prescription, chat, before I say this, because I'm not using trial reels to the best of my ability. I literally just post a video. I keep it there for 24 hours, and then I'll move it to the main feed. Depending on if I think, really the criteria is, do I think that this video that I posted in trial reels aligns with like my brand direction? So I give myself basically 24 hours to, think about it,
And
right?
yeah.
Analyze it, as well as like if the video totally flops, then maybe I do a different test, and then I put it in trial reels again for 24 hours. But I'm gonna do a whole video on this tomorrow, where my plan is to post like 10 to 15 trial reels in a 24 hours period and just see what I can learn from it, all about the same topic. But yeah, I mean, typically I just use it as a 24-hour period for me to assess and see, okay, do people like this video? If yes, then the next question is, does this align with my page? If yes, then I move it to the main feed. But that is what I'm saying. How I use it is not like the most optimal way to use it, by any means. I know, like, I've talked to some people that have joined the lives, and they will post like a dozen trial reels a day, and they'll use it for testing and stuff. But yeah, I think you posting 2 to 3 is totally fine.
I can't do more than that. I would go crazy. I have an office to run.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly right. So that's kind of where what you're saying is how my mind works too. Is like, I don't know how I could post more than
80 to
2 to 3.
90% of my trial viewers are from non-followers. Or not from my audience. You have already seen it's 3.57K. So the views are mostly from trial vids.
Here's what Nate's saying too. Nate might have better insights than I on this one. He says, I use trial reels to test new hooks and styles of videos. So I'll change about the first 5 to 8 seconds of video and do one with a voiceover, vlog, and text, and then I just leave them and never move them over. So that could be a helpful suggestion. One thing that I've learned with trial reels is, and this might be obvious now, but I've learned that the trial reel algorithm, if you will, and the main feed algorithm are different. So what that means is, like, I can take a trial reel. For example, I have one video that I'm going to post today that's in trial reels, and I can post that same video to the main feed, and it'll reach basically a totally different audience from what I've learned. So
I think I think if it's relevant to your audience, the followers, after a certain while, you can just shift it to the main grid.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just give myself basically a 24-hour period. I don't have too many
Great.
stipulations on.
Thanks. Suggestion. I will be following up from tonight
It's
on that.
good data to see what people like. Yeah, Nate's. I think that's super helpful. That's something that I'll be testing tomorrow because originally I wanted to use trial reels as a testing feature where I could test different hooks and bodies and CTAs and stuff, but lately I've been restricted a lot by Instagram because they flag a lot of stuff as duplicate. I don't know if you've had that issue, Talia, but
Not really. I
okay.
post exactly same. I did it by mistake. I
Mm-hmm.
posted exact same video. I forgot to add music to one. The instrumental ones
Yeah,
I add, and I posted it already. And by the time I realized that I posted without audio, it has like 1 or 1,200 reach already. Then I posted another right after 3-4 hours with music. The funny thing is, the one without music has more reach.
love it, love it.
So yeah, you never know with the
You never
algorithm.
know. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally. You're
with
just
it.
always learning. Cool. Okay, so we have these three. So you said, I'm getting a ton of reach. We answered that one. I haven't posted it for a while. I want to come back. Great. I don't even know really an experiment to give you other than to just post every day without worrying too much about engagement. Like I think you've already answered this challenge here about wanting to come back great, because I think you're already coming back great. Um, and
I have a
then
question.
yeah, of
Sorry, Sean.
course.
I told you I'm gonna like drive you crazy.
No.
So since I have three different niche, they're not totally different. They're on it's like step one, step two, step three. English, career, mindset, right?
Yes.
You need English for everything.
Yes.
Would it confuse my audience? Because if what I planned a content calendar, and I feel like since I have 7 days in a week, on Fridays, since our holiday, we call it like the one auspicious day, Friday.
Yep.
I want to post weight based contents, and maybe if I start posting 2 to 3 times a day, I want to have like one English, one career, and another English. So I want to have like 60% of English, since it's easier to teach, and that's an already known niche for my audience. Like
Yeah.
I've done that with
Yeah.
English. Maybe like 25% of career growth, and another of that faith based or mindset based. Like, can I do it like that?
Yeah,
But
and this is where I say again to this idea of like there's no rule book or anything. Like I think there are people that are out there that will say to niche down, people will say to become the niche. I think all of the advice works, just in different orders. What I've done on my page, and I found this to be the most helpful for me, and also I have a video talking with someone. This is like the most common question I think that I'm asked. And so I have a YouTube video where I'm talking with someone who's trying to juggle 3 different potential niches or niches. So one thing that I think has been the most helpful for me is thinking about these interests that you have in terms of interests around one specific theme. Like the clear theme on your page to me is career growth. And I think a subset of this theme or a topic of this theme is about, well, you want to get better at your career. One of the ways to increase in your career or to improve in your career is to get better at English, right? One of the ways to improve in your career is to, improve your mindset. One of the ways to improve in your career is to maybe ground yourself a little bit more, right? And like maybe practice.
So thank you.
Yeah, no, of course. I think like that to me has been the most helpful, because I talk to a lot of people we as humans, we all have multiple interests. And so I think the mistake that I hear all the time is thinking that each interest needs to be its own specific niche or category, when really it's just a matter of blending your interests around the core theme of your page. In my example with content, I'm really interested in a lot of different topics. I'm interested in experimenting. So I have some stuff with science here. I'm really interested in AI, trying to leverage that for business purposes. I'm really interested in Spider-Man here, which has nothing to do with content, but I made it about content. I'm really interested in streaming in particular. That's why I go on these live streams. And so I figured out a way, how can I tie this topic into my theme of content? I'm really interested in the World Cup and soccer. And so I tied it into content. Here's Kumar. How can I tie this into content? Here's soccer again. And so this is how what's up, Rochelle? Thanks for joining. Long time no see. This is how and I'm really interested in storytelling, which I'm trying to get better at. And so I have multiple interests, as does everyone else. And so I think what's helped me the most is how can I, again, tie all of these topics around one theme, which to you, it seems very clear that it'd be around career growth. And so you could make these videos about English per se, but it's still relevant to people who are trying to grow in their career, So trying to always tie back these different topics into this idea of basically developing professionally, I think could be a helpful frame. Even if you have on your highlights here, these are all different places that you've been, I imagine, or experiences.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna keep my company. Then I'm gonna put testimonials from my students. Recently, the students are graduating. I sent 2 years ago, and they're giving me their graduation photos and thanking me for sending the web 3-4 years ago. I have changed my life, and I was like, I used to do that, but I have never put them in the highlight section. I need to do that. I'm gonna reorder those.
Yeah,
and
no, of course.
one highlight. I also like traveling. So I'm going to put that in one place.
But that's a perfect example of what you're saying. Like, I think you traveling also ties into this idea of developing professionally. Like, there's a ton of arguments that could be made about how traveling improves your mindset, how
Totally.
traveling how
Yeah,
traveling could help you, further your career in X, Y, and Z by networking with new people, experiencing new opportunities. And so I think all of these different interests that we have could all tie back to your core theme of the page.
I just need to like link it out. That's what I'm
Yeah.
not being doing. Link it out to the career field.
And here's the last thing I'll leave you guys with, since we're approaching the end of this session, and then we'll be back in an hour and a half for the next live. I'll leave you guys with this one, and Tayo, hopefully this is helpful. What I've learned so far on my journey is that these shifts, or like changes in how you want to present yourself, they can happen over time. It's not going to be the end of the world. There was a time where people knew me on my page for one specific topic or category. And over time, I started making more content about stuff that I was more aligned with. And now all the people that know me now know me for something totally different than what people previously knew me for. And so this is the same with you. Like, I think it's totally fine. Go experiment with posting English stuff, career stuff, faith stuff, etc. I would, again, my experiment would be, how can you tie that all back to your central theme of career growth? But just know that, like, these developments on what people will know you for will take time to develop. It's not like you're going to post an English video tomorrow and now all of a sudden you're the English person instead of the career growth person. Like, this happens gradually. So, yeah, hopefully that the central lesson that I'm trying to give there is that feel free to experiment with all these ideas in your head. And I, just like you, I tried to confine myself to the specific rules. I was like, well, maybe I need to have 60% this, like you said, 20% this, 20% this. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You can just post. You'll figure it out. It'll all work out, I think. So
I think eventually your content and the response from the audience helps you to lead the direction you should be going. That's what happened with Jessie Jean.
Yep.
She was not, a communication teacher, but she ended up doing the Yap challenge because the audience were like, you're so good, do it, right?
Yeah, exactly right with you. Same thing could happen. Maybe you post one video about career growth that really takes off and people want to know more specifically about career growth, and your page takes a totally different direction. That's stuff that you'll learn.
All become by 2027.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I think you should read Yash comment. He's
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's 2:40 a.m. in here. I'm from Bangladesh.
Still watching you because it's just so fun seeing you guys discussing about how to grow your business. Man, Yash, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. You're doing a great job. Thank you, everyone here. Let me scroll up as we end our stream here, because I got to get back to work here. As we end our stream, everyone give a follow to Tahia. Thank you so much, Tahia, for joining our stream today. She came with some ideas, or questions rather, about her page. We were able to give her some experiments to try. And Tahia, now the challenge is on you. Take some of these experiments and then report back to us and see if they work. I call them experiments because I'm not an expert, and we want to know from you. Do these experiments work?
Thank you, Sean, for your time, for doing this. And I'm just happy with the fact that I reached out to you, because I'm not usually like the person who usually reach out first. I have this, I've been 13 years in the professional field, but everyone, if you want help, if you need improvement, please reach out. Do not worry about being rejected. Nothing's going to happen if you get rejected. Nobody would know you got rejected. But reach out, please.
There you go.
I will. Yeah. So thank you so much. And Yash, thank you so much for the follow. I'll definitely leave and follow you back. And hopefully I can make a progress in a year, in a month or two, and we can have another live with that.
Let's do it. Let's do another live in a month and see where you're at, what you've learned, and what's working for you.
Thank you.
All right.
Everyone.
Thank you so much. All right. Bye.
Take care.
All right, everyone. So that's it for our live for now. I see that Arya just joined. Arya, I'm so sorry. So sorry you just joined. I will be back streaming again in an hour and a half. So if you guys are available in 90 minutes, I'll be back. I got to get back to my day job here. So I appreciate everyone for sticking around and listening to that conversation. Hopefully you guys found that valuable. The last thing I'll end with here is in case you guys want to watch that replay that we just had, you can find it on my newly created YouTube channel here. And guys, you might want to cash in early because we are famous now. Check this out. 65 subscribers. Absolutely famous. So you can check it out here, guys. If you want to see that replay with Tahia, I'll be back. We have 2 more guests today, so another packed day. Hopefully that was helpful, and we'll talk to you guys soon.